Welcome everyone to the Office of Undergraduate Research Awards Ceremony 2025. We are so excited to have you all here. We'll give you all a couple seconds to slide in those chairs, sit next to those friends, award winners next to you. What a lovely ceremony to be in celebration with all of you. We also want to congratulate the University of Utah for its 175th birthday. Happy birthday to the University of Utah. Yeah. And OUR has been around since 1986. We've been an office that started off as a program that has now grown into the Office of Undergraduate Research, providing seminal support and resources for undergraduate researchers across the University of Utah. I'd like to make a land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that this land, which is named for the Ute tribe, is a traditional land, ancestral homeland of the Shoshone, Paiute, Goshute, and Ute tribes. The University of Utah recognizes and respects the enduring relationships that exist between many indigenous peoples and their traditional homelands. We respect the sovereign relationship between tribes, states, and the federal government, and affirm our university's commitment to partner with Native nations and urban Indian communities through research, education, and community outreach activities. I've been already talking with you. You must be wondering who this person is at the front of the room. My name is Dr. Annie Isabel Fukushima, and I have the privilege and honor of running the Office of Undergraduate Research. I'm the Associate Dean of Undergraduate Studies and the Director of the Office of Undergraduate Research. Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you. I will be today's MC, so you'll be seeing me talk quite a bit and run around with the rest of my team. But I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the wonderful work of the team of the Office of Undergraduate Research. When I call your name, please proudly stand up or wave your hand so people in the room can see who you are. First off is Cindy Greaves, the Associate Director. If you've received a Europe, you've seen Cindy's name. Shelley Parker, our events managers in the back. This event and many events that the office runs is made possible because of the leadership of Shelley Parker. We also have Angie Leva, our academic program coordinator. Summer programs are on the horizon, so you'll be seeing lots of emails and activities from Angie there. Sarah Cody's in the back, our academic program coordinator. Sarah runs our scholarship programs, and so if you've gotten a scholarship here, you've probably recognized her name too. Bradley DeBoer is sitting in the middle of the room, our outreach coordinator. Our social media has been bumping because of Bradley. All right, and also we want to acknowledge all the students that work with the Office of Undergraduate Research. Do we not have enough chairs, folks, or do they just really want to sit next to each other? Are they okay back there? They're okay, they're just ignoring, they're having a time of their lives, it's totally fine. Okay, all right. Well, I do want to acknowledge our student leaders who work for the Office of Undergraduate Research, and so I'd like to, when I call your names, if you could please stand up and stay standing until I call all the leaders, and if you can hold your applause until I've called all their names. We'd like to congratulate Ali Nopper, Kishan Thambu. Oh no, hold your applause, hold your applause, hold your applause. I know, we're so excited, we're so excited. Sophia Flowers. These three are going to be graduating. Congratulations. Yeah. And then I'd also like to thank, if you can stand, also our research leaders, America Cox, Callista Leggett, Megan McCormick, Isabel Scalise, and Abigail Stringfellow. And thank you. Yes, let's clap for them now. They serve as the ambassadors for the Office of Undergraduate Research and really are, front of the line, reaching out to students, connecting with them, and encouraging them to do research, and that they can do research. We'd also like to thank many people who've made Office of Undergraduate Research activities possible. So I'm just going to list all these folks, and you are all in this room, and also maybe many folks couldn't make in the room and are going to be joining by streaming later. And so I'd like to thank our campus-wide partnerships with the 18 colleges, the leadership from deans, associate deans to directors to chairs, and many other folks who are administrative leadership, our staff, the Marriott Library, donors who support our scholarships, such as the D Foundation, the Francis Family Fund, Parent Fund, and Dr. Vladian Venkatesan. We'd also like to thank our Brown sponsors of the OUR Symposium, Mashoff Brennan and Northrop Grumman, and those delicious cookies. I know it's a bit early for cookies, but help yourself to it. We have them from Ruby Snap. And so we are the Office of Undergraduate Research, and we recognize that research is a public good, supporting students towards retention towards graduation. And even in the face of societal change, there is hope in the next generation of problem solvers who work with our award-winning faculty. We know that central to our mission is generating and sharing new knowledge, discoveries, and innovations. And to do this is to be able to recognize the research excellence occurring at the University of Utah. April and May marks a time of completion, goodbyes, and doors opening towards something new on the horizon. To get to this point required work, tears, love, anger, frustration, and hope. So we celebrate everything that brought you here today, knowing that research has been an integral part of your journey and what makes our University of Utah a Carnegie classified R1 institution. So without further ado, I just want to acknowledge that we have, and I'm not going to list all their names, you can find them on our websites. There's also a nice printout of all of the poster prize winners that we were awarded, but I do want to thank the 65 poster evaluators who reviewed the posters for this spring symposium award ceremony, and also I want to thank our committee members, Greg Hatch, Shane Wallace, Shelley Parker, Angie Leva, and Bradley DeBoer, who served in getting to the final decisions with those 65 reviewers. Without further ado, are my slides not moving? Sorry. Oh, I see what's happening. I would like to now call up our, for the opening remarks, Dr. Mitzi Montoya, our Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. So please welcome our Senior Vice President.
Good morning, everyone. I'm really happy to be here with you. It's so great to see a full room of people focused on research. I was excited to host the university's first Red Talks, which were focused on research just last week. And it's wonderful to be able to celebrate research, and it's important for us to celebrate research and talk about why research matters. So I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for all of our faculty mentors who are here. I want to start there. Before I move on to my remarks, I'd ask if you're a faculty mentor, would you please stand so we can recognize you? Thank you. Without you, this would not be possible. Thank you for inspiring our students. Thank you for the work that you do. It is because of you that some of us find the spark for research in our lives that then becomes this endless itch that we cannot scratch. So I appreciate you inspiring the next generation. It takes added time and effort to be a faculty mentor, whether we're talking about undergraduate students or hopefully many of you who will be future graduate students. And it is something that I hope that you take from this, the students that are here that have been mentored, and you continue that and you give that back in your lives as you go forward. Our Office of Undergraduate Research in 2024 funded approximately 650 undergraduate researchers, which is really just incredible. And what an incredible opportunity for our faculty as well as for you. We value your engagement in research, and it keeps our minds fresh and curious, and your curiosity inspires us. So we're very grateful for all of the effort that we're able to support. Over 1,100 undergraduate researchers were supported with research dissemination, where they published and presented their research in the OUR organized symposia, events, and in the journal Range, the undergraduate research journal. So these are really exciting opportunities for students to have the opportunity to present and publish their work. We are deeply committed to the support of undergraduate research activities. It is, in fact, of course, the best way to continue to advance science, advance knowledge, and really help express to the public why research matters is when undergraduate students in particular are involved in this effort. I hope that it has been an incredible contribution to your education as much as it is to our faculty. As one of the nation's leading research universities, the University of Utah is a proud member of the AAU, the American Association of Universities, and research is integral to what we do. It's what makes us different as a university. There are many places you can get an education, but getting an education at a research-intensive university changes what happens in the classroom. We have a very unique and distinctive type of faculty, and it changes the entire process of both how you learn, what you have the opportunity to discover, and the people you have the opportunity to interact with. So I hope that's something that you help share as you continue your path out into the world. I know for all of you here, I always love to hear what sparked a student's interest in doing this and how this happened, and it is quite often, it is exposure to research. It's your own curiosity, but it's seeing the research of our faculty or seeing the product of research around us that sparks that interest. For me, I was an undergraduate student looking for a job. Back in the day, no social media, tore off one of those little paper tabs. It was someone looking for, it said research assistant, which was a really seriously over-titled what I actually did. But I worked in a material science lab, and I entered a lot of data. And for the young folks in here, this was pre-Excel days. Many of you wonder what happened before Excel. What did we do? Well, I'm not as old, that old, so we used something called Lotus 123, so the precursor to Excel. So I typed in data. That's all I did. I typed in data. But I became fascinated just watching what the graduate students were doing and listening and learning, and it sparked a whole new view into what the university did. I had no idea. I just went to class, did my thing, tried to pass my tests, worrying about getting a job. But what it exposed me to was the fact that there was this whole other life of the mind of our professors, and I started asking them what they do. And they shared, and mostly I found it boring, to be honest. But then I found one that had actually something that was really interesting, what he was working on. And it began a journey of trying to figure out how to get to where I ended up. And it wasn't that I decided, oh my gosh, I want to do research. What was interesting to me were the questions that they were asking. And then it became apparent to me, oh my gosh, you could make a life of this. You can make a life of asking and answering questions. And that began my journey into graduate school. And so I hope that what you take from this is a life of mind that is sparked by curiosity, and that there are so many things that we don't know, and that what you continue on the path of is asking and answering those questions, and encouraging everyone you know, your friends, your neighbor, future students, your parents, whomever that you come in contact with, that this asking and answering of questions, that research is incredibly valuable to how we will advance as a society, how we will live healthier lives, how we will support peace in the world. And that's what research is all about. So I hope you will maintain that curiosity, and I hope you'll spread that spark to the next person. I want to take a moment and recognize in here, do we have any family members, friends, or supporters of our research awardees? Raise your hand. All right. Okay, how many of you looked at the posters and did you understand any of it? Raise your hand. All right, 3 of you raised your hands. That was great. Okay, me neither. That was fantastic. Your work is so amazing. I walked around and looked at what you're doing, and it's to me, it's often humbling to see that what the work that our faculty are doing, and B, it is so amazing that undergraduate students are working on this. And I am so impressed with what you've done. And I seriously do hope, if no one has said you need to apply to graduate school, you need to apply to graduate school, okay? Okay? We need you here. I also hope that one of your takeaways was, and this is a good takeaway, that the process of discovery is messy. It is a process of trial and error. And that is perhaps the key lesson of research. And I hope that what you take from that is a love of that messiness, of that trial and error, and a love of learning, which is what really an education is supposed to be for you, is becoming a master of learning. And of course, graduating from the University of Utah. We know that's what you all are now, and we look forward to seeing what you do as you go forward. We know that you will continue a path of discovery, and I hope to see you all here in graduate school. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the ceremony, and I look forward to seeing you on campus. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Dr. Montoya. I'd like to now invite up Dr. Karen Frost, the Associate Vice President for Research, Integrity, and Compliance. Please welcome AVP Karen Frost.
Okay, I'll pull it down just a little further. Okay. I once stood at something in the Marriott Library where the podium was up here. So I had to stand over here. Okay. Okay, well, good morning, everybody. It's just such a pleasure to be here and see everybody's happy faces. This is just wonderful. I know some of you, and I just like to welcome people I don't know, new friends. So it is truly a pleasure to join you as we celebrate the spirit of discovery and the remarkable work of our undergraduate researchers and their mentors. This is more than an award ceremony. It is a gathering of possibilities, a chance to see in one room the future thinkers, makers, explorers, and change agents who are already reshaping what we know, how we live, and where we go next, okay? Undergraduate research is one of the most transformative experiences a student can have. I agree with Dr. Montoya's assessment. When I was an undergraduate, I was a history major, and I got to read all kinds of documents. So cool, right? It's where curiosity meets discipline, where a question often sparked in a classroom or a casual conversation becomes something more, something tested, analyzed, debated, which I think is really important right now, debated, peer-reviewed, and put into context, something real. At the University of Utah, research is not reserved for the few. It is a shared responsibility and a shared opportunity. We don't do research in a vacuum anymore. When I was an undergraduate, we did research in a vacuum, but we can't do that anymore, nor should we. So from engineering to English, chemistry to choreography, we believe that discovery is for everyone. And undergraduate research is proof of that belief in action. I am proud to serve as the Associate Vice President for Research, but before I held this role, as I just mentioned, I was a researcher myself. I do qualitative research, so people's stories, I am fascinated by them. Tell me what this experience meant to you. What do we need to do about how that traumatized you? That kind of thing, okay? So I know, yeah. Anyway, a little triggering probably for people, but okay. And I still remember the first moment of clarity when something abstract, when I set up my questions that I was gonna ask people, they became real, they became concrete, they became answers. It was a way to know people and their experience. So when data, after hours of what felt like frustration and false starts, finally revealed a pattern, I had that sense of, oh, I see. I think I understand, okay? So, and I know many of you in this room have felt the same thing. What makes undergraduate research so meaningful is that it's often the first time that moment happens. But it's far from the last time, because once you've experienced the process of research for yourself, it changes you and how you see the world. Doing research, pursuing your own line of inquiry, grappling with uncertainty, contributing something new is truly transformative. It builds skills, yes, but more than that, it shapes how you see yourself. You begin to see that your ideas matter, your questions carry weight, and your work can move a field forward. Your ideas and your actions can have real impact. And let's not forget, none of this, like I said before, happens in isolation. Our student researchers are supported by extraordinary faculty mentors. And I think that we've mentioned them and they've stood, and I just want to say again, being a faculty member is so rewarding, challenging sometimes, but very, very rewarding. And having a faculty member who helps you ask the hard questions or ask you hard questions, opens doors for you, shares their bench, their lab bench, the field site, the rehearsal room, the archive. That's what helps us move things forward. Thank you for believing in our students, for investing in their growth, and for sharing the joy of discovery with them. We owe a deep gratitude to the Office of Undergraduate Research. This team, Annie's team, plays a crucial role in building a culture of inquiry across campus. From the Research Education for Undergraduates workshop, to summer symposia, to the Small Grants program, OUR helps students connect, grow, and thrive as researchers. Research at the University of Utah is more than about solving problems. It's about developing people with skills, confidence, and connections to shape their future purpose. Through collaboration, mentorship, and the pursuit of ideas, our students don't just learn how to conduct research, they learn how to lead. Okay? Being a researcher in a lab, being a research assistant in the lab is helping you to think, how am I going to mentor the next generation? What do I need to do to support people? The cohorts you have formed, the connections you have made, and the challenges you have faced, these are the foundations for your future. And when you leave here, you won't just carry expertise, you'll carry a mindset, one that is curious, rigorous, collaborative. Okay? From my perspective of integrity and compliance, collaboration is so important, and ready. Okay? The University of Utah, it's celebrating its 175th anniversary, a moment to reflect on our legacy of research and innovation. From pioneering medical breakthroughs to laying the groundwork for modern computing, the U has long been a place where deep curiosity transforms impact. And today, you are part of that story. This moment is yours. Your projects, your collaborations are now part of the 175 years of pushing knowledge forward. I often say that curiosity is the engine of discovery. It is not a soft force. It's a propulsive one. I'm honored to be surrounded by students and mentors who have chosen to act on that curiosity. And here's the truth. The future of research, whether it's curing diseases, addressing climate change, creating ethical AI, or redefining the human experience, will be shaped by you. So today, I know, I'm almost done, I promise. I got to it. She's doing this thing. She's gonna get a cane and pull me off. Okay. So today, we honor your work, we celebrate your partnerships, and we recognize that what you've done as undergraduates is not just impressive, it's foundational. To all the students being recognized here today, congratulations. We are very proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you discover next.
All right, without further ado, we are going to begin the scholarship recognition, followed by the awards recognition. I'd like to give my team a moment to get situated. I'd also like to invite the recipients of the Francis Family Fund Scholarship to stand on this side. Sarah will raise her hand over there if you were a scholarship recipient. If you could stand over there. Mentors, deans, and chairs, you can meet them on this side. They're going to walk across and shake hands and then see you on the other end. I would also like to, at the end, or when we start having folks cross, I'd like to also invite Dr. John Francis to also join us in photos only if you'd like, as well as AVP Hess, Dean Pillow, and Dean Camacho, if they're here, can meet our awardees on this side. So I'm just going to be conductor. You're going to see me doing that today. I'd also like to invite up Associate Director Greaves, who will be reading the names of the Francis Family Fund scholars. But before she reads the names, we will begin with a wonderful video. Oops. Oh, I apologize. I still have my music going. We're just going to hold on just a second. That totally changed the vibe, didn't it? You guys can edit this out, right back there? No? Okay. We're streaming live. It's fine, folks. Shelly's got me. Okay, she'll edit later. We do have audio on the video.
The Francis Family Foundation is one of our charitable donors supporting undergraduate research students at the U. The John and Irene Francis Endowment Fund was established in 2010 by John A. Francis in memory of his loving wife Irene and his son, Dr. John G. Francis, who was a University of Utah professor in political science with the College of Social and Behavioral Science.
Okay.
So I'm happy to announce the recipients of this year's Francis Family Scholarship, and we're going to start with Sarah Dallas. So Sarah Dallas's mentor is Melissa Watt in Medicine and Honors. Sarah's research is the parents' expectations for the management of pediatric diarrhea in the clinical setting, perspectives of parents and physicians in Bangladesh. Mary Linda Gonzalez. So Mary Linda's mentor is Ed Munoz from Transform. Their research is traditional dance and the development of Latinx identity, Latinidad in Utah. Aubrey Hampton. Aubrey's mentor is Akiko Kamamura in the College of Social and Behavioral Science. She's examining the interplay of dental health and mental well-being in the homeless population. Izzy Hong. Isabel's mentor is Adrienne Bell in the College of Social and Behavioral Science. They're doing mapping identity dynamics through free listing and a novel statistical model, a comparative ethnographic study of the Tongan identification. Mackenzie Price. Mackenzie's mentor is Jack Silcox in the College of Social and Behavioral Science. They're doing time frequency analysis pipeline for analysis of language processing. Okay, I'll read them. You want me to read those?
Are you still reading more?
They're not here.
Oh, just read.
Oh, not attending today, maybe stream or on the live is Stephanie Quist, whose mentor is Lisa Taylor Swanson in the College of Nursing. They are doing research on AccuWare. And then we have Ellie Zimmer, mentor Larry Coates from the College of Social and Behavioral Science, reconstructing past climate of the Great Basin with chronologically stratified sediment records. So let's give the Francis family recipients a hand.
And I hate to do this, but I would love if the Francis group could take a group photo, the awardees. So if you ran away, I'm so sorry. You must come back. Yes, and so we'll just kind of do that group photo, after each one. So thank you, folks. We're working through the day. Next, as they take their group photo, we'd like to now move on to Lawrence T. D. and Janet T. D. Foundation. These names will be read by AVP Dr. Karen Frost, who will be reading the names of the D scholars. But before we begin to read those names, let's see. Before we begin to read those names, I'd like to again invite up the D Scholarships Foundation recipients. You'll stand on this side, and mentors, chairs, and deans will meet them on the other side. So now you're getting a sense of the flow, folks, right? Awardees walk across the stage. Other folks meet them on the other end. For this scholarship, Dean Camacho, Dean Sandek, Dean Musgrave, and AVP Hess will meet the awardees on this side. We are now going to watch a video about the D Scholarship.
The D Foundation is a donor who supports scholarships with the Office of Undergraduate Research at the University of Utah. The D family has a long history of charitable acts, from founding Salt Lake's first nonprofit hospital to funding financially vulnerable graduate nursing students. Inspired by the generosity of his parents, Tom and Annie, Lawrence and his wife Janet founded the Lawrence TD and Janet TD Foundation in 1971. With this foundation, they wish to promote charitable activities in Ogden and the surrounding area. While the founders of the D Foundation passed, their legacy is continued by their children and grandchildren. Lawrence and Janet's only son, Tom, ran the foundation following his parents' passing. Tom and his wife, Elizabeth, had two sons, Tim and David Lawrence D. Lawrence and Janet's legacy of giving is carried on today by a board of directors comprised of their 2 grandsons, Tim and David, and their great-grandson, Matthew T.B. The D Foundation is dedicated to furthering the growth and well-being of the people of Northern Utah. At the University of Utah, the D Foundation awards $1,200 to undergraduate students whose research contributes to the well-being of the residents of Northern Utah. Students awarded with the D Scholarship are recognized at the annual Undergraduate Research Awards ceremony along with their mentors.
Okay, are we ready? Okay. J. Lee Aston. Mentor is Claudia Geist in Social and Behavioral Science and Transform, analyzing perceptions of sex, sexuality, and gender in the healthcare system. Okay, next we have Jeff Dillon, so sorry. Okay. His mentor is Jacqueline Chen in Social Behavioral Science, and the research was on impact of perceived prevalence of LGBT plus identification on causal attributions. I should not be reading this. Sophia Flowers, mentor Laura Linder in nursing. The caregiving experience for children diagnosed with cancer, a secondary analysis. Audrey Glendy, mentor Shanti Demyad in science, investigating the material properties of colossal magno-resistant material, EU, and I know I should know what these are in chemistry, and I don't. EuCd2P2, okay? Nice work. Are we good? Okay, good. Jae Woong Lee, Pei Wang in engineering is the mentor. Customizing dispersion bands of phenonic crystals through asymmetric stiffness. Abby Niwa, David Grunwald in medicine is the mentor, determining if altered IL4R gene function is linked to osteoarthritis. Great. Jonah Simmons, Konakwan Bunsawate in medicine, characterizing peripheral vascular function in cardiorenal syndrome. Keishan Thambu, Ganesh Adluru in medicine, enhancing myocardial T1 mapping with a deep learning framework for deformable motion compensation with Utah patient data. Mouthful. Fantastic. Okay.
Stay close. Don't go too far. All right. Wonderful. We're going to do group photo, or did they all disappear? Did they learn? Did they stay and hang out? Oh, you're doing great. Okay, that was it. Group picture, folks. Wonderful. Congratulations. We're getting a rhythm, folks. We've got this. Now we'd like to recognize the Parent Fund. So I'd like to invite the Parent Fund scholarship recipients to stand to my left, your right, and wait to have your names called. Chairs, mentors, deans, and leadership, again, will meet on this side. And if you, just to highlight, we'd love to invite Dean Musgrave, AVP Hess, Dean Sandick, and Chelsea Armstrong, or representative of advancement, actually, which is Maria, will be standing on this side. The mission of the Parent Giving at the University of Utah is to foster a collaborative community of parents dedicated to enriching the educational experience and overall well-being of our students. Through generous contributions, we aim to enhance academic resources, student support services, and more, ensuring that every student has the opportunity to thrive and succeed. Together, the Parent Fund empowers the next generation of leaders, innovators, and scholars by providing essential tools and support needed for their lifelong success. So now I'd like to invite up AVP Frost, Dr. Frost, to read their names.
Great, okay, great, this is fantastic. Okay, so first we have Bryson Anderson, and Lars Laurentis in engineering is the mentor. Bryson could not be here with us today, but optimization of smart hydrogel structures for improved glucose response. This is great. Margaret Call. Yeah. So Margaret Call, her mentor was Peter Lippert in Mines and Earth Sciences. What can magnetic biomarkers tell us about the Eocene and, this is a word, Oligocene transition in, I'm an anthropologist, I should know these terms, right? Transition in the North Atlantic, fantastic. Yeah, very good, very good. Si-Young Ji Cho, Tao Gao in engineering, catalytic molecular design for non-aqueous magnesium organic hybrid redox flow batteries. That's wonderful. Catherine Davey, Eduardo Battaglia, engineering, investigating the impact of different hepatic and sensory effects in fidget toys on attention. Nice. Okay, Jenna Jung, whose mentor is Raina Tam in medicine, and this is a project I'm working on. It's so cool. Facilitators and barriers of providing culturally informed pediatric refugee care from the perspective of pediatric emergency department providers, a qualitative study. See, stories, qualitative, okay. Delaney Miller. Connor Bistrick in science is the mentor. Organic mixed ionic electronic conductors for medical and energy storage devices. Isabella Scalise with Connor Kenzie at HCI as the mentor, inhibiting autophagy and CDK9 in pancreatic ductal adenocarcinoma. Yep. And Gigi Skedros, James Gagnon in science, Brian Shrimp, microbiome defense against environmental stressors. Nice. Great. That's it. We're moving on to this. Okay, where do you want me?
You can stand right here or at some point. So we'd like to congratulate our folks who received their scholarships. Congratulations. Looks like they're getting into a group photo. Now we're going to move into the Monson Prize, the 2025 Monson Essay Prize winner. The Charles Monson Essay Prize honors Charles Monson Jr., a distinguished member of the University of Utah Philosophy Department from 1958 to 1974. Professor Monson earned both his bachelor's and master's degrees from the University of Utah and received his PhD from Cornell University. During his years at the university, he served as a chair of philosophy department and AVP for academic affairs. He received the university's Distinguished Teaching Award in 1970. In his honor, an annual prize is awarded to an undergraduate who writes an outstanding paper on the subject having to do with social change. We're also very honored because we have family members here, Mr. Carl Shatton, whose family has been a wonderful supporter of the Monson Prize. And we want to thank you for your support and ongoing support of our undergraduate researchers. Thank you so much. And so we'd like to now congratulate Kaylee Myers for winning the Monson Essay Prize for their paper entitled AI in the World Around the U.S., More Than Meets the Eye. Yes, clap your hands. Yeah. Yes. Their mentor, and Mr. Shatton, if you'd like to join our award winner, their mentor was Professor Elizabeth Callaway with the College of Humanities. We'd like to invite mentor Professor Callaway, as well as Dean Pillow, to join if they are standing there to take some photos. I'll describe very briefly what the paper read. So these are the words from the paper. Complex mathematics, zeros and ones, two things that are interwoven in every aspect of our daily lives. To non-practitioners of what seem to be immensely complicated fields, it often gets communicated that statistics and automation remove bias from the world full of discrimination. Math has no feelings after all, and automation is just complex math. Certainly, this common assumption seems reasonable. There is one major flaw in this reasoning, however, a flaw that major tech companies have been reticent to acknowledge. Modern computing has a data problem, a massive data problem. Modern computing does not exist in a vacuum after all, especially when considering any AI system. The only reason they work is due to the massive amounts of data that made up their training. Wonderful paper. Congratulations to Kaylee Myers for receiving the Monson Essay Prize. And I'd also like to thank Associate Dean Arnhem for being on the committee. We'd like to now recognize the Valadi and Venkatesan Research Award. The Valadi and Venkatesan Research Award recognizes undergraduate researchers who demonstrate performance of research focused on or substantially involving real-world problems. This award is made possible thanks to the generous donation of Dr. Valadi and Venkatesan, an alumnus of the University of Utah's John and Marcia Price College of Engineering. And so research focused on or substantially involving real-world problems were selected for this competitive award. We want to thank Director Sean Flynn and Associate Dean Siva Guruswamy for serving on this committee. So now we'd like to congratulate Sarah Dallas for her research paper, Parents' Expectations for the Management of Pediatric Diarrhea in the Clinical Setting, Perspective of Parents and Physicians in Bangladesh. This paper will be submitted to the Journal of Tropical Pediatrics and their mentor, Professor Melissa Watt. We'd love to invite, if they have not joined them, if AVP Hess can join the photos. Oh, there, they got the memo. Good job. Great. You're doing great, folks. We're doing great. All right, well, that has been really fun, folks, and we are making great time. We now are going to be moving on to the Outstanding Undergraduate Research Awards ceremony, and we are so excited to recognize our Outstanding Undergraduate Research awardees, as well as our Outstanding Undergraduate Research Mentor awardees. We will go in the order of your college, so just think alphabetical, not including the word the or school or college, just as an FYI. And so if you're wondering when you're up, if you are in business, you're on the earlier side. All right. I would like to invite the deans and leadership and any chairs that are going to be part of the photos to stand to right of stage. And I'd like to just remind the awardees, architecture and planning, you should be starting to make your way to the front of the room, and as well as business and anyone with a C name. If you can start to slowly make your way and know that your college name will eventually come up. And mentors and deans will meet you on this side, but one caveat: if you are a mentor who's also receiving an award, you can't run. Don't run. Just stay on this side, and you will eventually make your way and take your photo with your mentee. All right, folks are feeling ready for this wonderful ceremony. We are going to begin now with the Outstanding Undergraduate Research awardees from the College of Architecture and Planning. So I'd like to invite Dean Arnab Chakrabarti and Associate Dean Lisa Henry, if they're here, to join our awardees on this side. As well as we would love if AVP Jake Jensen can also photobomb. Please get in on the photos. All right. Our outstanding undergraduate researcher is Riley Rayner. Please. Yes. The research project this researcher has been working on a project entitled Analysis of Park Distribution and Equity in Urban Park Plans. Dr. Rigolone states, so this is a direct quote from their mentor, Riley stood out among other undergraduate students for their interest in engaging in research and her willingness to explore a subject, park equity, that she'd not previously studied. Riley impressed me with her preparation, thoughtfulness, creativity, and collaboration ability. Her academic record is excellent, and Riley's mentor also shared that Riley is interested in graduate school in urban planning. So congratulations to Riley. We'd now like to recognize the outstanding undergraduate research mentor, Alessandro Rigolon. Chair Divya Chandrasekhar states, quote, first, Dr. Alessandro Rigolon is an outstanding researcher whose contribution to the field of urban planning is both innovative and significant. Dr. Rigolon is a prolific scholar, consistently engages with local and national advocacy organizations working on urban greening and sustainability in meaningful ways. Dr. Rigolon is a generous and highly supportive mentor who has helped multiple undergraduate and graduate students find their feet and then thrive in academia. Congratulations to Dr. Rigolon. Next up is the word B, business. David Eckel School of Business. I'd like to invite up Director Erica Rojas and our Associate Dean, our other leadership as well from the School of Business. Please congratulate Sophia Elena Blankenvoort. Sophia is described by Associate Dean Jessica Taverna as Sophia pursued an honors thesis under the mentorship of Dr. Sankar Srinivasan in the David Eckel School of Business, combining Lean Six Sigma and artificial intelligence to improve process efficiency in defense contracting and aerospace, aiming to apply her findings in her postgraduate career as a program manager at L3 Harris Technologies. To this end, she conducted a detailed analysis of case studies, identified key performance indicators, and proposed a new framework for system optimization that she is currently implementing in her role as program manager at the U.S. Navy Department. Sophia's involvement in student organizations and academic mentorship has allowed her to foster an appreciation for research and bridge research opportunities to her peers. And she's done an internship at Boston University and was a previous Europe scholar. So congratulations to Sophia. And appropriately standing right here in front of me is Sophia's mentor, Dr. Sankar Srinivasan. Dr. Srinivasan is described by Associate Dean Jessica Taverna as a professor in the Department of Operations and Information System and has, quote, shown an exceptional commitment to supporting undergraduate student research on top of his regular duties as a faculty member. His students have successfully gone on to graduate studies and programs like medical informatics, PhD programs. He supports research for honor students, students presenting at UCUR, and research in addition to formal opportunities such as thesis writing. Congratulations, Dr. Srinivasan. We'd like to now call up the School for Cultural and Social Transformation, which they might be confused because we oftentimes just call them Transform. We're switching it up, folks. We're starting with a C. I'd like to invite up Dean Pillow and Department Chairs Ella Myers and Kimberly Jew to join the photos, and as well as AVP Jensen. Please don't leave the room. Keep on hanging out. All right, we'd like to now congratulate Rosa Pimentel for the outstanding undergraduate researcher. Rosa is described by Associate Dean Andrea Baldwin as she was selected as an intern for the Transform Mellon-funded Affirming Multivocal Humanities Grant, working on the project Formations and Futures, Gender Studies at the University of Utah. Dr. Baldwin serves as Rosa's faculty mentor for her Ethnic Studies capstone project, where Rosa is doing an oral history research on migration and borders, using her own family's experience as a case study. In Dr. Baldwin's words, quote, her ability to bridge theoretical frameworks notes with the real-world applications is particularly impressive, demonstrating both intellectual rigor and profound commitment to social justice. I've witnessed Rosa's remarkable growth over the past 3 years, and I'm immensely proud of her dedication, resilience, and scholarly contributions. Congratulations to Rosa. Now we'd like to recognize our outstanding undergraduate research mentor, Dr. Andrea Baldwin. Dr. Baldwin is described by AVP Meyer Washington, who is in the room. A shout out. We should have had you photobombing as well. Dr. Andrea Baldwin has demonstrated, quote, demonstrated an unwavering commitment to undergraduate research mentorship, fostering an environment of intellectual curiosity and academic excellence at the University of Utah. Her dedication to mentoring undergraduate researchers is evident in her sustained contributions to developing research skills, engaging students in meaningful research experiences, and enhancing the research culture within gender and ethnic studies, Transform, and the university. Congratulations, Dr. Baldwin. We are now going to call up our College of Education folks. I'd like to invite up Dean Frankie La'anan and Associate Dean Mary Burbank and Department Chair Vero Valdez, if these folks are in the room. We'd like to congratulate our outstanding undergraduate researcher, Kelsey Cox, please. Kelsey is described by Dr. Leticia Alvarez Gutierrez as she didn't just want to read the research literatures and write a thesis. Instead, it was, quote, important for her to develop relationships with Latinx families who she was going to interview. Throughout summer 2024, she volunteered with University Neighborhood Partners at their events for partners in the park. She decided to do this because she wanted to develop stronger relationships with families she would be recruiting for her research. Kelsey has completed her data collection and learned how to use Atlas, TI qualitative data analysis software that facilitates organizing and analysis of qualitative data. Again, this is very impressive as this is typically research and analysis completed by graduate students, exclamation mark. She will share the results in community presentation in April in Glendale Library. Congratulations to Kelsey Cox. Kelsey Cox has a rock star mentor named Dr. Leticia Alvarez, who received the Outstanding Undergraduate Research Mentor Award. Woo! Dr. Leticia Alvarez Gutierrez is described by Associate Dean Mary Burbank, who says, quote, I've had the good fortune of working with and learning from Dr. Alvarez Gutierrez for nearly 20 years in the College of Education. Her leadership in undergraduate and graduate education is noteworthy and reflects a long-standing commitment to research experience for students at both the graduate and undergraduate levels. Dr. Alvarez Gutierrez's engagement with undergraduate research is extensive. To date, she supervised, chaired honors thesis for students majoring in elementary education. Her mentoring along myriad areas includes, but is not limited to, participatory action research for university undergraduates and graduate students. Congratulations to Dr. Alvarez Gutierrez. We'd now like to call up the John and Marcia Price College of Engineering. Please, awardees, join me on my left, your right, and I would like to invite, if they're in the room, Dean Musgrave and Associate Dean Sneha Casera and Chair Bruce Gale to my right. Please congratulate the outstanding undergraduate researcher, Sam Macon. Chair Hunsup Kim, quote, says, his research has led to several significant achievements, including co-authoring multiple publications in IEEE journals and presenting his findings at prestigious venues such as Research on Capitol Hill. Oh my goodness, wow, wow. What would a party be without things falling to the ground? His ability to collaborate with faculty and graduate students, conduct experiments at institutions like McGill University, and contribute to pioneering biomedical applications sets him apart as an outstanding undergraduate researcher. And Dr. Cynthia Furr says Sam is extremely capable and self-motivated. He tries something, asks questions, pays attention to detail, and persists through challenges. I would easily put him in the top 1%. So congratulations to Sam Macon. We'd also like to congratulate outstanding undergraduate researcher Ellie Karen. Ellie is described by her mentor, Dr. Benjamin Ellis, as, quote, "To this end, we are about to submit 2 papers on which Ellie will be the second author on both papers, with the first author being the BME graduate student working on the project. The first paper, quote, with increasing levels of adult CCJ fusion, cervical motion is decreased while annulus stresses and facet joint forces increase. To be submitted in the Journal of Neurosurgery, Spine, will address adult CCJ fusion. The second paper, negative biomechanical effect, I can read these words, I promise. Negative biomechanical effects of increasing CCJ fusion reduced in a pediatric patient compared to adults, to be submitted to the Journal of Neurosurgery. So wow, very impressive. She is truly outstanding undergraduate student that contributes significantly to research and trains other undergraduate students. So congratulations to Ellie Karen. Now we'd like to recognize in the College of Engineering our outstanding undergraduate research mentor, Dr. Hao-Han Zhang. Dr. Zhang is described by Dean Charles Musgrave as, quote, "Since joining our department in July 2021, Professor Zhang has mentored 14 undergraduates across 17 diverse projects. His guidance has led to impressive research outcomes, including multiple peer-reviewed publications, a patent application, and numerous conference presentations, as well as a generation of crucial preliminary data that have supported competitive grant proposals." And Chair Bruce Gale says, quote, "Most impressively, Professor Zhang's mentorship has made lasting impressions on his mentees. Many of his mentees went on to pursue postgraduate degrees in top mechanical engineering graduate programs, including ours." So congratulations to Dr. Zhang. Now I'd like to invite up the College of Fine Arts. So I'd like to invite Associate Dean Becky Zarate, Chair Balducci, and Mentor McMurdy to meet them on the other side. Congratulations for the outstanding undergraduate researcher, Elise Lemonet. Described in the letter from Associate Dean Liz Leckie, Elise has worked with her research mentor, Professor McMurdy. She's pursuing an Honors Bachelor of Arts in Art History and an Honors Bachelor of Arts in English and a minor in Arts and Technology. Elise's impressive accomplishments as an undergraduate researcher in the College of Fine Arts center around her passion for the medieval European Christian world, particularly its connections to pilgrimage, iconography, and devotion. Elise's research activities include 2 different honors theses in both her majors and a research assistantship at the Marriott Library. Elise's mentor, Myung McMurdy, states, "Elise excels at individual projects, but she also supports colleagues and elevates a team's goals." Congratulations to Elise Lemonet. Now we'd like to recognize the outstanding undergraduate research mentor. No worry for your enthusiasm, Maureen O'Hara. You can come on in. Professor O'Hara is described by Associate Dean Liz Leckie as referred to by 15 Bytes, Utah's art magazine, as arguably the most original artist working in Utah today. Professor O'Hara also excels as a teacher and mentor. She has recruited and mentored BFA studio students in the Undergraduate Research Opportunity Program, thank you, almost every semester since the 1990s. And Presidential Chair Tema Balducci says her mentees have gone on to MFA programs, one who is now a physician, and another a graphic designer, and another an attorney. Congratulations to Professor O'Hara. Now we'd like to invite up the College of Health to stand to my left, your right, and I'd like to invite up Dean Kelly Tappenden, and Associate Dean Julie Fritz, and Associate Dean Janet Shaw, and Chair Barkmeyer Kramer to the other side. Thank you. So congratulations goes to Lydia White for the Outstanding Undergraduate Researcher Award. Mentor Dr. Skylar Jennings and Program Director says, her Europe project involves measuring the activity of the middle ear muscle reflex, a topic that requires a deep understanding of physics, including power transfer, impedance, and time-frequency domain analysis. Lydia has grasped these complex topics with remarkable speed and proficiency. I've been awestruck by Lydia's ability to carefully place this electrode while simultaneously maintaining a conversation with participants, ensuring their comfort. Lydia has readily mastered the administration of standard hearing assessment, which includes otoscopy and puritone audiometry and tympanometry. Doing great. Congratulations to her for all of that, for her wonderful skills. We'd now like to congratulate the outstanding undergraduate research mentor, Dr. Skylar Jennings. Congratulations. Dr. Jennings is described by Associate Dean Julie Fritz as, quote, Dr. Jennings has a long and outstanding track record of mentoring undergraduate students in research at the University of Utah, and he's a well-deserving recipient. Examples of Dr. Jennings' commitments to mentoring are plentiful. Under his mentorship as an undergraduate and graduate student, Miss Jessica Chen was recently awarded a prestigious Thomas G. Stockham Medal recognizing excellence and commitment to teaching and impact on undergraduate education in general and in their department. And Dr. Jennings' current Europe awardee, Miss Lydia White, provides another example of his support. Congratulations, Dr. Jennings. We'd like to now invite up the Honors College. We'd like to invite up Associate Dean Rachel Hayes-Harb if she's in the room. And if she is not, we will, Jake Jensen, you're on duty. All right. And our awardees on this side. So congratulations to the outstanding undergraduate researcher, Sophia Flowers. Sophia eating up the awards over there. All right. Mentor Dr. Lori Linder says, Sophia's thesis was a qualitative study investigating the caregiving experiences of parents of school-age children with cancer. This work involved analyzing written text-based responses and interview transcripts from 20 parents of children with cancer, 6 to 12 years of age, who participated in content validity phase of an instrument development study. Sophia conducted her analysis using Deduce on an online software to support qualitative analyses and applying her thoughtful consideration inclusion criteria. Sophia is one who clearly stands out of her own individual achievements as well as her greater research-related contribution to the Honors College, College of Nursing, and the University of Utah. She was also Europe Scholar, D recipient, and many other accolades. Congratulations, Sophia. Is this Tom? Oh, nice to meet you, Tom. All right. Oh, yeah, don't get hurt on your way down. Okay, we'd like to congratulate who's making their way up through the middle of the aisle. Look at that. Dr. Tom Richmond for the Outstanding Undergraduate Research Mentor. Congrats. Dr. Shoemaker-Perry described Dr. Richmond as demonstrating a long-term commitment to research with undergraduates in his own lab and across campus as a mentor and advisor to undergraduate research students in both within and beyond the Honors College. He is instrumental in directing students to research labs in the department, the College of Science, and even in the Health Science Campus, where they find lab opportunities that lead to productive research efforts. Congratulations to Dr. Richmond. Now we'd like to invite up the College of Humanities awardees. Stand to my left, your right, Dean Wanda Pillow, Director Karen Marsh, Associate Dean Isabel Morera, and Associate Dean Mike Middleton, and Chair Reeve, if you could stand to my right, your left, on that side. Great. We'd like to congratulate outstanding undergraduate researcher Jasmine Aguilar Lopez. Dr. Leandra Hernandez says, quote, Jasmine's research excellence is also represented by her work in Pfizer's Breakthrough Fellowship Program and the Huntsman Cancer Institute Pathmaker Scholars Program. Her mentor, Dr. Robin Jensen, describes a collaboration with Jasmine and another professor, Seton Hall. Quote, this manuscript has been accepted to be presented at the International Communication Association Conference in Denver this coming May and has been accepted for publication in the American Journal of Sexuality Education. During her time with HCI Pathmaker Scholars Program, Jasmine worked on 2 different research projects and co-authored 2 research papers. Wow, professor in the making. As a fellow first-generation scholar and Chicana feminist, this is coming from Dr. Hernandez, I can say, quote, truly, that Jasmine is a Chicana trailblazer who has already made such tremendous research impact at the University of Utah. Congratulations to Jasmine. Now we'd like to congratulate outstanding undergraduate research mentor, Peter Rohde. Congratulations. Chair Paul Reeve says, quote, Professor Rohde has modeled extraordinary care and guidance as a Europe mentor, as an honors thesis advisor, and as an instructor who mentors undergraduates in their roles as supplemental instructors for the History 1700 General Education course with high enrollments and corresponding challenges related to student engagement. Professor Rohde is an exceptionally gifted mentor who cultivates professional, caring, and enduring relationships with students he guides. And he's also been mentoring Europe scholars. Congratulations, Professor Rohde. Wow, folks, we've made it to M. We are getting very close to the end of the ceremony. You probably couldn't believe it. We do go up to noon. We are now going to call up to my left, your right, the Spencer Fox Eccles School of Medicine and the awardees. And then to my right, your left, AVP Rachel Hess, Vice Dean Christy Porosnik, and Chair Swamin Nathan, and mentors, as well as if other folks would like to join them, such as AVP Jensen. Congratulations, outstanding undergraduate researcher, Olivia Rains. Endowed Chair and Mentor, Dr. Megan Williams says, quote, over the past 2 years, Ollie has been an exceptional member of my research laboratory in the Department of Neurobiology. Having mentored dozens of undergraduates during 14 years of Utah, I can confidently say that Ollie ranks among the top 2 undergraduates I mentored in the lab. Ollie's technical aptitude and confidence were immediately apparent. Within months, she proved to be a competent surgeon. She learned to accurately deliver viral vectors to specific brain regions with excellent animal outcomes. I'm very impressed with how easily and seamlessly she works with other lab members. With rigor, she approaches her experiments, the ease with which she grasps difficult neuroscience and genetic concepts, and her technical skills. Congratulations to Olivia Rains. Now we'd like to invite up and congratulate for the Outstanding Undergraduate Research Mentor Award, Dr. Daniel Leung. Dr. Melissa Watt describes Dr. Leung as a professor in medicine in the Division of Infectious Disease and runs a large NIH-funded research program focused on the immunology, microbiology, epidemiology, and clinical management of diarrheal diseases in global settings. His research includes both wet lab and dry lab research. Throughout his research program, he's been intentional to create meaningful opportunities for undergraduate students. And he also had mentees who were quoted, and one of them said, Carmen said, "The lifelong skills and confidence I have gained in his lab are the same qualities that will help me become a doctor I've always hoped to be." And Valerie is also quoted in this letter, and she says, "I gained an invaluable skill set not limited to data analysis, research dissemination, and wet lab skills. I'm actively working to build off these skills." So congratulations to Dr. Leong. We'd now like to invite up to my left and to your right the College of Nursing. I'd like to invite up Dr. Lori Linder, as well as if AVP Hess can join in these wonderful photos. And if Jake Jensen wants to join, you're welcome to. All right, congratulations to outstanding undergraduate researcher Joshua Seabury. Joshua's letter was co-signed by multiple doctors. It was Dr. Rebecca Perkins, Jacqueline Eaton, Katarina Freiberg-Felsted, and Kara Dessel. And they say collectively together, over the past 8 months, Mr. Seabury has been an integral member of our research team as a Europe Scholar, expanding on our work beyond what we initially planned as part of the project funded for the College of Nursing Excellence in Education, ConnectEd grant. The larger study aimed to promote age inclusivity and develop opportunities for faculty and staff by administering the age-friendly inventory and campus climate survey. So he did focus groups and also collaborated with the Reframing Aging Initiative. And his professionalism, collegiality, and thoughtful engagement in teams discussions have fostered a collaborative and inclusive environment. Congratulations to Joshua. All right. Oh, Lori, I'm sorry. Oh, yes. Oh, Lori's going to have to run across the stage because I forgot she's also going to accept the award on behalf of Dr. Lisa Taylor Swanson. Although she could have just walked this way, but totally fine, totally fine. We'd like to congratulate Dr. Lisa Taylor Swanson, and this is not Dr. Lisa Taylor Swanson, but we really appreciate you, Dr. Linder. Sarah Simonson, Dr. Sarah Simonson, the endowed chair, said, "Dr. Taylor Swanson has sustained commitment to undergraduate mentoring. Dr. Taylor Swanson can nurture and guide individuals as they navigate their academic journeys. Lisa's effective mentorship of undergraduate includes inclusion of up to 10 undergraduates in her lab at any point in time, including students outside of nursing. Further, her mentees have been highly successful." Congratulations to Dr. Taylor Swanson. Now, we'd like to invite up the College of Pharmacy. And we'd like to invite on this side Dean Randy Peterson, Associate Dean Carol Lim, and Chair Karen Wilcox. Oh, okay. Great. All right, so congratulations to outstanding undergraduate researcher Janine Camacho. Her mentor will accept her award. So this is Janine's mentor. And so Cameron Metcalf says, "Annie's work in my lab on multiple projects is helping to advance our research surrounding causes of morbidity and mortality in epilepsy. Her organization, diligence, and rigor in performing these studies demonstrates her abilities as a researcher. Annie has worked as part of a larger team with anticonvulsant drug development ADD program, and PI Karen Wilcox and COI Cameron Metcalf. They perform in large in vivo studies and EEG monitoring." Congratulations to Janine Camacho. And congratulations to outstanding undergraduate researcher mentor Cameron Metcalf, whose award will also be accepted by Dr. Karen Wilcox. We will not ask you to come back around, totally fine. Richard Stimson, Presidential Professor and Chair Karen Wilcox, says, "Dr. Metcalf is incredibly dedicated to the undergraduate students in his lab and provides a nurturing environment that cultivates a love of rigorous scientific discovery in the lab. He also contributes greatly to the research culture of the Department and College of Pharmacy." Congratulations to Dr. Metcalf. Now we'd like to invite up the College of Science and the College of Mines and Earth Sciences that will be together. And I'd like to invite on this side Dean Pearl Sandik, Associate Dean Vahid Bandarayan, and Chair Fred Adler, and Associate Dean Siva Guruswamy. Congratulations to Outstanding Undergraduate Researcher Corinne Orton. Associate Dean Guruswamy says, quote, under the mentorship of Dr. Ann Little, Corinne is investigating novel dimension reduction algorithms which are simultaneously robust to noise and capable of accurately reflecting local and global geometry in a small number of dimensions. This work will be of great value in numerous publications, including genetics, computer vision, medical imaging, and signal processing, and is expected to result in a publication in a competitive journal. She's been a part of an REU program at University of Maryland and has presented at multiple conference proceedings. Congratulations to Corinne. We'd like to now also congratulate Outstanding Undergraduate Researcher Ben Oreveda with the College of Mines and Earth Sciences. Ben is an outstanding undergraduate researcher working on involving mastering a competency in operating and using complex instrumentation in SIRFER, stable isotope ratio facility for environmental research laboratory, and obtaining research quality isotope analysis data and successfully examining if specific chemical mechanism is responsible for isotope effect in the enamel surface. Lots of isotopes. So congratulations to Ben Rivera for the Outstanding Undergraduate Researcher Award. We'd like to now call up for the Outstanding Undergraduate Research Mentor Award for the College of Science, Dr. Martin Horvath. Associate Dean, congratulations, yes, please, thank you, yes. Associate Dean Guruswamy says, quote, for his current and sustained past record of promoting undergraduate research, the College of Science is proud to nominate Professor Horvath for the Outstanding Undergraduate Research Mentor Award. He makes an exceptional effort to recruit undergraduates into his research group in biology and position them in a way that leads to the growth and success in research. He maintains 3 to 5 undergrads in his lab at a given time and mentors them throughout their research experience. Martin's approach to mentorship is to allow the undergrads the freedom to fail early and often so they can quickly learn from their mistakes and achieve high-level research proficiency. Congratulations to Professor Horvath. And we'd like to recognize for the College of Mines and Earth Sciences, Dr. Gabriel Bowen for the Outstanding Undergraduate Research Mentor Award. Professor Bowen has mentored Europe scholars on climate change, isotope variance in sightbirds, and supported students with soil analysis in Red Butte Canyon. He was nominated by Dr. Siva Guruswamy for their outstanding mentoring of undergraduate researchers. Congratulations, Dr. Bowen. All right, folks, we are now at the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. To my left, the awardees, and to my right, I'd like to invite up Dean Camacho, Associate Dean Utz, Associate Dean Von Arnhem, and Chair Sarah Kramer-Rigger. Congratulations to Outstanding Undergraduate Researcher Logan Reeves. Nominated by Chair Akiko Kamimura, quote, Logan's research is on climbing. He's also co-authored a paper entitled Indoor Climbing and Well-Being of Young Adults. Perspectives Among Indoor Climbers is currently under review with peer-reviewed journal. He's also working on another project with Dr. Kamimura on global health in Bolivia. Dr. Kamimura states, quote, I highly recommend Logan for the award. I've mentored many undergraduate researchers. He is absolutely one of the best students I've mentored, and he's received a Europe and also presented at Research on Capitol Hill. Congratulations to Logan. We'd like to also recognize Outstanding Undergraduate Researcher Hannah Farah. Congratulations, Hannah. Hannah's mentor, Sarah Small, describes that she will present her research measuring time, poverty, stratified by race in the United States with Dr. Small at the Eastern Economic Association Conference in New York later this month, and is submitting to a peer-reviewed journal. She's also been working with Dr. Small on another project developing new mechanisms to teach students about bias in generative AI. Hannah will present this work in a pedagogy panel among several PhD-level economists. She's also been a Europe Scholar. Congratulations to Hannah. And we have made it to the last person to be recognized. We would like to call up and congratulate Dr. Katie Bokum for the Outstanding Undergraduate Research Mentor Award. Dr. Bokum's letter was co-signed by Janine Stefanucci and Sarah Cream-Rigger, and they say Katie is an exceptional undergraduate research mentor to our students in the college. She mentors undergraduates in researching couple interactions in her laboratory, especially as this relates to the management of diabetes and other chronic illnesses. One of the most novel mentoring activities that Katie has undertaken is seen in her recognition of the fact that research opportunities should be made available to all, even those who were not able to be in person. She's given opportunities to online youth students living in other states who are interested in research, as well as other students with unique circumstances. We believe that Katie represents the best of what a mentor can be and would be an excellent recipient. So congratulations to Dr. Bokum. We have given you 3 minutes to socialize and engage with each other. And we would like to remind you to please take a cookie on your way out or a treat. Congratulations. So please give a round of applause to all of our award-winning folks. Group photo? Oh. And if you've not left the room to go to class for our undergraduate research awardees, we would like to invite you to take a group photo, as well as we'd like our faculty to also take a group photo. But if you've left for a meeting or class, we cannot compete with that. So congratulations to all. Thank you.